Hey, Shad here with Speed Addicts, the fastest growing gear site on the web, and today we're going to uncrate the EBC DRC Dirt Racer Clutch Kit. What's up, Speed Addicts fan? Before we tell you all about the DRC kit from EBC, do us a favor, do you a favor, subscribe to the Speed Addicts channel. Be up to date and educated on all things two wheels, working hard here to help you make better buying decisions. Also, if you'd like to support us here at speedaddicts.com, you can do so by simply shopping with us. There's going to be a link in the description below. They'll take you to the full selection of all EBC clutches over at speedaddicts.com. While you're over there, pick up some EBC brake pads or rotors. We've had everything EBC for about 20 years now at speedaddicts.com. Okay, we appreciate your support. Now let's get into it. You have an off-road vehicle that requires a new clutch. EBC's got your back. Now, there are essentially three different options here for you. You are either going to buy their standard CK series over here, which is just going to be the friction plates, or you're going to buy one of two complete kits from EBC. The first in the series is going to be the DRC series, and that's going to include all three components you need to completely rebuild your clutch in your ATV or enduro bike. You name it, anything that goes in the dirt, even side-by-sides, they should have clutches at this point for some of those. They've got it. Okay, so the three components. We've got friction plates, we got steels, and we got springs. It's ideal to replace all three at the same time if you can afford it. If you don't have the scratch and you're trying to save money, you can usually get the CK series friction plates only for south of $100 and reuse your springs or steel plates. The reason why that's not ideal, well, the springs give up over time and you don't get the right amount of pressure on the clutch pack, and that's going to cause slippage, and there goes your new friction plates faster than you intended. So if you got the money, step up to a full rebuild kit, do the job right the first time, like the DRC kit. Now, I mentioned there are other options. They also have the DRCF kit for off-road vehicles, and this will have the aramid fiber plates, which are a step up, okay? So they call them carbon, aramid fiber. In this case, you're going to get a friction plate that is a step up from the standard cork plate that EBC's makes. It's going to handle higher operating temps and just more intense use. You don't have to be a racer to use that. I use their aramid fiber plates in a lot of my machines, and you just expect a little bit more bite than the traditional cork, so the clutch will not be quite as forgiving or progressive, but it's up to you. So most recreational riders are going to be, or even weekend warriors are going to be cool with the DRC kit in their motorcycle or ATV, and it's going to give you all three components here. So what happens when your clutch is fried? These little pads here on the friction plate have basically worn down. You're not getting bite anymore. You're basically metal on metal with these steel plates. Things are slipping around in there. So it's time to step it up. You're going to replace all three components, either you or a qualified technician. If it's going to be you, please follow the instructions. Make sure that you have the replacement oil, gaskets if required. You know all the specs of the fasteners you'll be removing and reinstalling, and that you have all the tools ready to go. Now, when it comes to oil, a lot of people ask, can I run synthetic oil, or do I need to run non-synthetic with a cork friction plate? A lot of people ask us this question, and there's been varying guidance over the years. What our recommendation to you is that you need to prioritize your motor. So you should go by the spec of oil that your manufacturer is telling you to run in the bike. Do not change it for any clutch kit, including the EBC one, because then you're going to have to worry about your motor. What we found, and what EBC has said more recently, is essentially if you're using a high quality synthetic, there's no reason synthetic can't be used with their CK series or cork friction plates. You shouldn't have any issues. But if you have in the past or you're worried about it, then step up to the aramid fiber friction plates in one of their racer kits, and then you definitely will have nothing to worry about, because these have always been known to work great with full synthetic. Okay, EBC steels, are high quality, and you notice they have these little dimples on them if you look very closely, and that's so that it gets more oil in between the plates here and keeping your friction disc cool, which is going to make them last longer. And they also use a very high performance spring that's about 10% stronger than OE. It's going to give you just a bit more performance there. This is the DRC series full replacement kit from the folks over at EBC. You got questions? What kit's right for you? What part number you need for your machine? Well, we've got a vehicle selector, but if you need additional help and you want to make sure you get it right the first time, just talk to our rider support team. They're over there over the emails, phone, and live chat. That's it for today. We'll see you next time to find out what's in the crate.